Hey guys, this is Gary. I want to talk about something that's happened to me and just be very candid about it. Went to one of my properties and I was there. hmm, I was there to just install a furnace filter. Actually, I was having a problem trying to get the filter in, and then I started thinking, there's this $100 uh, ductwork that I put in. It's like a what do you call it? Like a templated ductwork piece that makes an L shape, like a bend. And I realized that there was this door I could open and put the furnace filter in, but it was in a very tight spot. It was like, imagine like this much space, and I would have to put the filter in like that. And so I started thinking what I could do is I could take the door off because I had changed one of my filters at another house and the space was real tight. So I thought, hey, I could take the door off and I could put the filter in, bend it because it's, got paper edges on it, and you can bend it, put it in, and then since there's a magnet, just put that door back on. Well, it actually ended up working, because I went to the property back again today, and I was able to get it back on. But anyway, yesterday I had driven to my property, and the front door was ajar, the side door was open, the side door was open to that, and someone had stolen the stove, the refrigerator, the washer, and the dryer. The back window was broken, and I had the police go there, met with the police to do a police report, and I said, hey, look, I mean, I'll just give you the details of what's happened here, and you give me some advice about what I can do to prevent this from happening. And he said what they had done is it looks like they had climbed over. I had like actually metal bars over the bottom half of my window. They broke the window and they climbed over those metal bars. So the bottom half of the window was bars, the top half of it wasn't. And I felt that by just barring the bottom half, it was sufficient, number one. And number two, uh, people wouldn't go through just the trouble and the headache of trying to get that back access. Well, I was wrong because they were able to stand on top of the air conditioning unit in the back of the house and then climb over the bar somehow and just, get in. And by then they were able to open the front door, open the side door. And my front door actually, it was locked in a way that it's like you can't even unlatch it from the back and from the inside. You actually have to use a key. Well, he just banged the door and bent the area, and just, he got through. So he had to do that in order to take the stove, the refrigerator, and the washer dryer. I had good lighting systems outside. They're motion sensor. They run on batteries. And so I started thinking back, like, what can I do to protect my house better? Well, I had done research on alarm systems. Um, I want to say like 3 months ago because, let me just say I was doing research on this, okay? And I found that the company that I've decided to go with is called The Cove Security Systems. And I think maybe it's like thecove.com. I'm not sure entirely. And they're not what do you call it? Um, they're not sponsoring this, episode or anything, but uh, I called them up. They are 24 hours a day. Literally, you can call them anytime, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And yesterday was a Saturday. So I called them and I said, how does your system compare to Simply Safe or the Ring? And they said those systems require Wi-Fi. And I said, I don't have Wi-Fi in my building, because I'm going to convert it to a rental. So I said, I need something that runs on cell phone systems. And their system works off AT&T 4G. And I said, well, how does yours compare to Vivint? Because I've heard Vivint's a big brand. And they said, well, basically, they said what they were going to say, but I called Vivint myself, and let me tell you, their security system costs $2,850, and they basically just make you pay that over 5 years. So instead of paying, let's say, 15 to 25 a month, you end up paying like $65 to $85 a month for the Vivint system. But with the Cove system, um, I got the entire system for $103, including shipping, right? It's about $100. And then I signed up for the basic plan, which is $15 a month, and there's no obligation to continue whatsoever. So $15 a month. And if you get the $25 a month plan, you get a phone app that will allow you to, I guess, interact, or like, what do you call it? Arm the alarm system from your phone. But I figure I don't need that. I could just arm it from the panel itself in the house. And then if there is a break-in, then the security company will call me, and that they will, if I say, hey, look, I'm not at home, it's not a false alarm, they'll call the police. They use magnetic sensors at the door and windows, and you get one motion sensor, and you get a YI, like a Yi camera, which you can connect to a Wi-Fi system, and then you can record the break-in as it happens. Hopefully, for proof that you can turn into the police. But I would say that this is probably the cheapest system you can get away with for a house that if you're not there and you want it secure. And there's another one that I used at the hardware store, which is called Insteon. I don't know if Menards still carries it. It's about $100 as well, and you can control it from your phone app. What it does is it emails you if there's motion in your hallway, in your house, wherever you put the motion sensor. And then I think there's like one magnetic door sensor as well. There's two that plugins so that you can tell it, hey, turn on the lights. You can plug like a light to it, and it'll turn on after 9 p.m. or whenever you designate it, And I use that at my other house, and I think it seems to be effective just to give the presence that I'm here, even though I am here. But you never know. Like, the house doesn't look occupied, then you're asking for trouble. You know what I mean? So anyway, I've got the window boarded, and I'm waiting for the security system, which will be, I'll get it in a week. I've got the front door boarded, the garage boarded, and what I'm gonna do to improve the security is I'm gonna bar the top half of that window. I'm gonna have to replace the broken windows with plexiglass, and I think that's pretty much to the extent of what I'll be doing to secure my house a lot better. I don't know what else to add to it. If there were other things I could think of in terms of improving the security, I definitely would mention them. I think that motion lights are definitely a huge plus, and fake cameras seem to work well. But if you're not in the house after a while, they're going to test. Now, let me just go too far as saying that I have people who work on my houses that were burglars before, and they've moved on in life, and they tell me what they would do to break in these houses. Like they might throw a rock at the window, and just see if anyone, answers, like a light rock, just a thud, and see if someone comes out or whatever, or maybe they'll just ring the doorbell, see if somebody comes out. They might see if your front porch lights or your back porch lights come open, turn on, or if there's any cars around, they'll test and knock on the door. They'll test to see if anybody lives there, and they are from the neighborhood, a lot of these times. So it's unfortunate that I have neighbors, that I have to worry about my own neighbors, and to the extent that I would want to have a camera in my own house so I could catch my own neighbors and get them locked up, But that is the state of affairs that I am currently living in, and hopefully, things will be better, And final thoughts, I guess. I had a run-in with somebody that burglarized another one of my properties, and he came in, and I heard noise in the middle of the night, and I chased him down the street, and I actually, I was almost gonna battle this guy down. And at a certain point, he was threatening me, and I just was out of my league. I ran out into the middle of the street without my shoes, My glasses fell off. I scraped my knee real bad. And I threw something at him and I missed. And I was like, the guy's still threatening me. And I knocked the garbage bin that he had all my stuff in. And I saw the stuff he had taken. And it was like stuff I gotten for free. Like literally old tools I don't even use, like hardware tools. And I started thinking, like, if somebody has to go to this extent to survive in the year 2020, I mean, I must be blessed, because half of the stuff that he was taking was like kind of worthless. Um, I think the only two things that I had of value was like this emergency ladder I paid $50 for, and this fan that I paid about $17 for. And the rest of it, you know, is just practically junk, you know. Now this guy stole a stove I got for free, a fridge I got for free, and a laundry dryer, washer dryer set I got for $100. And I have to say I'm very fortunate that I have people who are so giving that I could have these items, you know. And so he's probably going to take those things and sell them for like $100 for the fridge, $100 for the stove, $100 for the laundry dryer. But that fridge was stainless steel, $2,100, I would say. That stove, $500 to $700. That washer dryer new, probably like, you know, after taxes, $1,200. The lawnmower, $120. You know, so we're talking about almost $5,000 worth of stuff. And yet he's probably only going to get like $300, $400 from it, you know. But to stoop as low as and to do a home invasion and drag out big appliances out of someone's house in the middle of the night while neighbors are sleeping, what, you know, think about what degree people have to be at, what kind of living, like lifestyle, what kind of to what degree are they living in that they have to rob their own neighbors to steal stuff, you know. I have to just say that I'm fortunate today, alive and healthy, and I don't want this to happen again to me. And I'm going to take further measures to prevent this from happening. But, you know, I can sympathize with the enemy, but I have to protect myself, you know what I mean, at the end of the day as well. So I'm going to leave it at that. And whoever out there is watching, you know, I hope you guys have learned a few tips and given you something to think about. Have a good day. And until the next video, see you later.